Hello, welcome to another round of the Pokemon Infinity OU tournament that we're having. This is between Hotwings and Daniel. It's the second round of the losers bracket, so it's a high stakes match. Whoever loses goes out, and we'll see who it's going to be. We're seeing Hotwings' point of view here. And I'm just trying to recall Hotwings' team. I played Hotwings in their previous match, and I think it was a Sun team. Kind of interesting Sun team with a slightly more of a balanced skew to it, so we'll see how it goes. Josh says, if I see this message, give him a shout out in the video. Everyone, shout outs to Josh, our resident Crobat enjoyer. He's featuring in all these matches that he's playing isn't enough. He needs to feature in everyone else's matches too. Typical selfish Crobat person that he is. Daniel really taking his time with his lead decision here. I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking a long time choosing the lead. In the chat, Daniel's saying my first battle was against a Sun team, and he lost that one. So, yeah, he's clearly thinking hard about how to win this one. I'm trying to recall Daniel's team. Ah, yeah, it was Tailwind, isn't it? Latios with Tailwind and Rampardos. So going for not so much a complete meme team, but definitely a slightly unorthodox team with some non-OU mons in it. So we'll see who comes out on top. Here we go. Here's the Latios. So we can expect to see Tailwind here. Thunderwave seems like a smart choice. No, just go straight for the Draco, thinking if they can get rid of Sunflorid, then... Ooh! Sunflorid showing its bulk there. Life Orb Draco is not an easy thing to live. There we see the Thunder Wave. I would almost certainly expect to see the Tailwind now. I don't know, can you even afford to tail? I mean, you've kind of got to. But the issue is, if you Tailwind now and face something like Garudamon, how do you get your threat in safely against a mon like that? Although it looks like it might be Lilymon, yeah. Choose a Lilymon instead. Here we see the Tailwind. Now, do you sacrifice Latios here, or do you try and predict? Does Daniel have a switch in to Moonblast that can then do something against Lilymon as well? That's the question. We've not seen the team preview, so I can't recall everything on Daniel's team. But, I mean, there aren't many things that like switching in on a Moonblast. Yeah, Rampardos certainly isn't one of those things. Is it Focus Sash, perhaps? No, it's not. So, I mean, you know, Rock types against a Sun team generally pretty good, but decides to sack it here. Maybe predicting it was going to be a Heat Wave, I don't know. But here's Garudamon. So, this is going to be definitely Daniel's best chance at punching through Hotwings' team here. Garudamon in Sun is terrifying, and of course this is going to do huge damage. Okay, that looks like a very physically defensive Skullkraken there. But also the thing about Sacred Fire is it doesn't make contact. Oh no, wait, that was without the Toxic Orb boost. Okay, so it might be physically defensive or it might be specially defensive, I'm not actually sure. But yeah, because it doesn't make contact, Skullkraken's ability to chip down mons like Garudamon doesn't come into effect, so we're still looking really healthy here. Tailwind peters out, but I mean, yeah, gotta go into Porygon. Now, What is Daniel going to do? Did save the Latios. Could go into Latios here. Predicting Vault Switch, but then if you Thunderbolt, I'm not sure. Latios did take some chip. Can you take 2 Thunderbolts? Maybe it's going to be close. Yes, actually, wow. Very much so. A lot bulkier than I thought. So this obviously has some bulk investment. It might be max speed with a lot of HP. So that's good. Well, no, actually, sorry. Yeah, this isn't specs. Ah, so that's why it did so little damage. Okay. Well. So that's smart, because obviously most Porygons you see in our OUs here are choice specs. So to mix it up is good in that you can surprise your opponent. But I would have to say, if Daniel knew that his Latios was not didn't have any bulk investment and saw that damage, he should have figured out that it was not specs. So loses the Latios there, loses the Tailwind, and it looks like it's going to have to be Garuda or bust here. If they can use something else to get chip on Porygon, Garuda can do damage with extreme speed. But we'll have to see if that's going to be possible. If there's any other priority, then that would be good. But I mean, I don't expect a team with Tailwind to be using that much priority, because they're trying to use the speed from Tailwind to outspeed the opponents. We will see. Yeah, it's a pretty safe switch here. Resists anything that... Oh, wow, okay. I was going to say resists anything that Okamama wants to do, but a critical hit's going to do big damage there. Sacred Fire is fairly risk-free, although I have to say I'd rather see extreme speed. I think that would kill from maybe kill from this range. Sacred Fire does of course have a small miss chance, but doesn't miss this time. And the respective Garuda men are doing as much damage as you'd expect. I have to say, I think Garudamon's rising up the viability rankings quickly after this tournament. It's already very high, but it could be joining the small club of Mons at the very top in S rank. It just seems like it reliably gets at least 2 kills in every match that it's in. And for a wall breaker, that's basically what you're after. Lando, of course, can deal with it in its own fashion. Or at least it can if it has a move to hit it. That's the thing. If all it's got is U-turn, I don't know. So decides to sacrifice Helios here just to get Sun up. So this is going to be... It's the point in the match where the Sun team only has... Oh yeah, knockoff, okay. Where the Sun team only has so many turns to get what it needs doing done. But I mean, with this Porygon, I don't really see what Daniel can do. It outspeeds his whole team. And it can freely come in every time it gets a chance. I wonder if you sacrifice Lando here. I mean, Lando is really the only thing that can deal with Garudamon, probably. Daniel's saying GG's in the chat. Looks like he's not finding any answers on his team sheet. Decides to sacrifice the Lando. And we'll see what comes out next. Well, there's Lilymon. Lilymon can live an Ice Beam, so I mean, yeah, this could be this could be it. Yeah, it comfortably lives an Ice Beam, so wow. Okay. This might not be over. It's funny because Daniel doesn't have a Sun setter, but he has Garudamon and Lilymon, so actually benefiting quite well from the Sun here. Although Daniel's Lilymon might be opportunist rather than... yeah, it's opportunist rather than solar power. So let's see just how bulky Varion is. Ooh. Not quite bulky enough, but it's lefties. I wonder if that was a roll. Let's see. I mean, obviously Garudamon's going to be able to come in and... Oh, well, okay. Plays it safe, goes for protect. But Garudamon with extreme speed is looking pretty good in this endgame. This is going to come... It could even come down to a Garudamon speed tie. We'll see. That's definitely in range of extreme speed now. And I'm sure we'll see Garudamon come in here. I'm not sure if Daniel's even got any more Pokemon than Garudamon. It's hard when you don't have the the team in front of you to commentate on what would be the opponent's best decision. Yeah, Daniel does bring Garudamon in, and it's crucially nearly full health, which means it will match up a lot better into Hotwings' Garudamon. So this, I mean, this is going to be real close. It could be Daniel's game here. I don't see any world in which Garudamon doesn't win here as long as it's got extreme speed, which of course it definitely should have. Might have been a premature GG's or an extremely BM GG from Daniel there. Predicting his own victory and saying it about 10 turns in advance, but let's see. Just goes for Sacred Fire. I mean, that's fair enough. Again, Sacred Fire can miss. If you can get the guaranteed kill with extreme speed, you are really risking it by clicking Sacred Fire, although we have to say this Varion, as we know, only has Fang Rush, so it can't actually hit Garudamon, and I think Hotwings is realizing the gig's up here. Obviously, Lilymon gets outspared, and I'd like to see another Sacred Fire here to avoid the chip damage that comes with Brave Bird, to make sure that you're out of range of the opposing Garudamon's extreme speed. If they do go for Brave Bird here, this could be dicey. Could come down to that speed tie, but I think we'll see Sacred Fire. Let's see. Goes for Vacuum Wave. It's not going to be enough chip, and Sacred Fire does come out. Although honestly, for a 40 base power non-stab resisted move, that was a kind of silly amount of chip. But I don't think it's going to be enough. I think Extreme Speed will take out... Yeah, you're both forced to click Extreme Speed. There's no way you can click Brave Bird here. I mean, I guess Hotwings might not know the calc, but E-Speed absolutely kills Garudamon from this range. Daniel's E-Speed kills Garudamon. I think it does around the amount that he has, and then Poison will finish off. It's either going to kill or it's going to kill with Poison. So yeah, you have to click E-Speed. Hope for a crit. Don't click Brave Bird, no! There it is. GG, Daniel takes it. Oh, if you are plus speed, I lose! Oh wow, Daniel said in chat, if you are plus speed, I lose, so his Garudamon was adamant. Okay, so that was really interesting. Wow. GG. Well done, Daniel. Fun endgame, and comes out on top. We'll see you in the next round.